Do you think I can do this review in one take? Let's see how we go. This is a Kia EV6 Air edition. In the past, I've reviewed the GT line, so you want to see a more comprehensive review, check out the end card. So let's go over the differences, shall we? Starting off with, well, actually the same. You've still got the LED headlights at the front here, 19-inch wheels, same look as the other one, including the awesome puddle light back here, which I think is a great little feature. Unfortunately, no presenting door handles. Rather, you go push in and pull it out, much like Tesla's Model 3 and Model Y. So same, similar price point, similar. I'll talk more about that soon. Coming to the boot here, it's a manual affair, so I actually have to manually open this and close it, which I think, given its price point, should be motorized, just saying. Under the boot, there's a little bit of storage space in this instance. Interestingly, they've given us a Type 2 cable branded by Kia, which is, I don't know the stock standard equipment. If it is, I'll put it on screen, but otherwise it comes with a typical 10 amp EVSE charger, and that's a good thing. Boot space is adequate. You've got remote seat release here for the rear seats, and also a removable parcel shelf, which is excellent. I wish the Model Y had this, just saying. All right, so yeah, gonna manually close the door. Massive LED light strips here, and the port at the back, I do like it. And let me just open it up because it's really quite good as to how it functions. So it's motorized, which I like. You've got obviously type CCS and CCS combo, and it can go on AC single phase 7 kilowatts, 3-phase interestingly 10.5 kilowatts, and up to 350 theoretical ultra rapid charging using an 800 volt architecture, meaning 10 to 80% in about 17 minutes. Ultra rapid fast charging. It actually does it about 240, to be honest. I've done a review on that in the past, but nonetheless, it's probably the fastest car you can charge on the market in Australia right now. The thing I love about this is you can actually stop the charge and start the charge from here, as well as close it just by pressing this button, and it does that. It will close by itself just like Teslas do, but I do like the function that you can actually start, stop and close from there. That I like. In the back, heaps of space. There is so much space back here, it's ridiculous. It feels roomier, that is to say leg-wise, compared to the Model Y, but head height, maybe same-ish, a little bit less if anything, because yeah, it is actually a lower car. Between the wheels, it's more than 3 meters in wheelbase, and this is another point where the features unfortunately are excluded in this model, and that is that the seat is a manual affair, completely manual. In the GT line, it's a motorized seat, and it's got the relaxation mode, which is awesome. Especially if you're maybe just waiting for someone, you have a bit of a sleep, bit of a snooze. It's good for that. Yep, keep coming, keep coming. I'm just directing my camera person. Can you see me okay? Because it's shooting into darkness, it's probably not holding it very well. After a dispute with the camera person, nothing personal. Let me talk you through this. So you've got the two 12.5-inch displays, and it's a Generation 5, and it's the same as what I've used in the past. Range is excellent. Because it's a single motor and it's the lightest one, because there's some things excluded in this model. Real world, I'm getting about 430 kilometers of real world range. It actually is higher than that using, I think it's the WLTP cycle, but realistically, you're going to get that. This number down here, by the way, is being ruined by me doing some 0 to 100 kilometer per hour tests, so ignore that little number there. A feature that I have loathed in this car is its regen. It's not bitey enough, despite its motors. So you've got 168 kilowatts of power and 350 newton meters of torque, and it actually will get up to about 100 k's per hour in 7.3 seconds, which I tested here separately to this video. And this is the thing, if I've got it in drive and I can push it into what's supposed to be like iPedal mode, but it's not. I believe iPedal mode's reserved for the GT line. On this Air one, that's all it does. And what will happen is that you're not using one pedal to drive with. You have to use the paddle back here. And that is truly frustrating because this is digital. So it's It's doing it, it's not doing it, it's doing it. There's nothing like, you know, your foot actually controlling the, you know, slowing of the car. So you speed the car up and you bring it back to slow it down. You've got all this travel to actually play with to get your car to slow down when you want it to. This is kind of like, you get the idea. It's super annoying. Anyway, for those who are paying attention, you will notice it's got vehicle to load, and I've got a great video coming your way about that, and it's marvelous. So for the vehicle to load, there is a PowerPoint back here, and the PowerPoint provides up to 3.6 kilowatts of power at 15 amps, and spoiler alert, it only used about 11% of the battery running for 12 hours, a TV, multiple boils of a kettle, some toasting of some bread, and it's quite miraculous. But yeah, it's one of the best features that Tesla does even have. The controls down here for the HVAC and the car controls, you get used to it, but I still feel it's a bit clunky in that you got to shift either between the stereo, you know, volume and change and tune versus your aircon by pressing these two different buttons. It just seems a little bit of a missed opportunity, and I've criticized in the past about that one, but there you go. You got a wireless charging pad, and it's a manual steering wheel, so it's up, down, in and out, and a reasonably sized rear view mirror with an okay sort of view out the back. This cabin is the quietest cabin I think I've ever tested. I was really surprised, and I think it's helped by the fact there is no sunroof here, so you've got the metal, you've got some padding, you've got the Alcantara, and all of that combines together with some excellent damping in the car. The only noise I could work out was that from the wheels, obviously, and a little bit of wind, not very much. And compared to all the other cars I've ever tested, it's amazing, just absolutely amazing. So, would I recommend it? Well, I definitely would recommend the EV6, but not the Air Edition, because for an extra few $1,000s, you get motorized seats, the relaxation mode. You get, I believe, the iPedal mode. You also get the external vehicle to load adapter, so you can actually do a bit more glamping, not having to rely upon a extension cord and things that we had to do in that glamping video. Again, that's coming out soon, so watch out for that one. Fit and finish, I feel that just the materials are a bit cheaper compared to the GT line. So this is actually like a plastic. It's a softest plastic, but it's still a plastic, and the other one just feels a bit richer. There's also ambient lighting in the other one, and there's no bling in this. Outside it's marvelous, it looks great, but interior wise, it comes across as just being a stock standard Kia. And for the price you're paying for that luxury sort of feel that the other one is, that is the GT line of the EV6, just reach for the extra few $1,000s and get the better model. Range-wise, you can't beat it. It's actually very efficient. I was running between 13 and 17 kilowatt hours per 100 Ks. So for that 77 kilowatt hour battery pack, you're gonna be getting, well, yeah, definitely that range and some. So well done to Kia in making a very efficient EV. If you enjoyed this review, and I know it's a short one, but there you go. Do subscribe if you want to see behind the scenes and other content I don't put here on YouTube. Consider joining me on Patreon or as a YouTube member. Otherwise, you be good and you be great.